Good morning, everyone. My name is Heidi Daniel. I'm the CEO of the Enoch Pratt Free Library. And I'm so thrilled, I'm so thrilled to have you all here this morning, and a special thank you and good morning to Mr. Mayor, our Council President Scott, Councilwoman Sneed, all of our partner organizations that are here this morning, board members, supporters, friends. We're delighted that you all came out to celebrate this exciting event. This is the launch of the Baltimore Wash and Learn initiative. Yay! Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It feels good to say it. We've been working on it for a while. At the Pratt Library, we believe our business is providing access to opportunities, access to education, and access to the tools needed to succeed in today's society. And that access expands beyond the walls of our 22 locations throughout the city. The Pratt is one of the largest providers of free internet, not just in the city of Baltimore, but in the entire state of Maryland. And we know that many households in Baltimore City do not have access to the internet inside their homes. And this is a major barrier to so many, to children trying to do their school assignments, to adults looking for jobs, for seniors who might want to connect to their loved ones and say hello to their grandbabies, to people who are trying to connect with vital city and state resources, and even for when it comes to getting an accurate count in the upcoming census. Sometimes there's not enough hours in our day to make a special trip to the library to access digital technology. And that's why we feel it's important to meet our customers where they are throughout the entire city, like here in a laundromat. These stations in the laundromat will have computers and tablets with specially curated databases and education portals for all ages. Tablets will include coding games, literacy apps, and bilingual experiences just for children. 2 of our 4 sites will have librarians and community partners providing programming and one-on-one tech training to support everyone at least 10 hours a week in these 2 sites. And none of this would be possible without the work of our great partners in this project, Libraries Without Borders, the Robert W. Deutsch Foundation, and the Media Democracy Fund. They have been active in every step of the way making sure this happens here in Baltimore. I also want to thank other organizations who've helped with the Wash and Learn initiative, including the Coin Laundry Association, the Neighborhood Design Center, and OpenWorks. Our city leaders have also been incredibly supportive of this new and innovative project. And now I want to introduce one of our greatest supporters. Please welcome Mayor Jack Young.
Thank you, Heidi. First, I'd like to recognize again my partner, Councilman Scott and Councilwoman Sneed. And I want to thank the library staff, Library Without Borders representation, and the other funders who helped to make this project a success. The Enoch Pratt Free Library continually provides innovative programming for our city. The library opened doors for many of these people. They have digital resources that are available in all 22 libraries. And again, Heidi, I want to thank you and the board and all the staff that serve the residents of Baltimore through the amazing Enoch Pratt Free Library system. I just want to thank the Deutsch Foundation for their support of this. And I just want to say that this is another opportunity for our citizens to be able to come and do their laundry and be able to access the internet to do all the wonderful job search, resume writing, and those kind of things. And it's very important that our children, when they come with their parents, washing clothes, can also have access to the computers as well. And these are some of the things that we want to do throughout the city of Baltimore, not just in our libraries, but in most of our public buildings. So to the Deutsch Foundation and all the foundations that have some money, we can use that money to make sure that our young people who really don't have access to internet and those kind of things, to have it in most of our public buildings. So again, Heidi, thank you, your library board, and to everyone, to the owners of this library too. It is a library. It's a laundry library. I want to thank the owners of this laundromat for allowing us to partner with them to put this equipment in here. All right, so at this time, can I introduce the Council President?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, Council Brandon Scott. Council President Brandon Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, everyone. I'll be really brief. I want to thank the Enoch Pratt Library, the owners of HIP, all the partners here. We know that information is power, and we know that our young people have powerful brains in Baltimore, but the only thing that stops them is access. So innovation, innovative projects like this to give them the access to the world of the internet, to give them continued access to learning is what we need to do in Baltimore so that our young people are prepared for the world of the 21st century. So again, thank you to everyone. I'm glad to be here with Councilwoman Shannon Sneed, who represents this area. Glad to have innovation and partnerships so that we can continue to grow the minds of all Baltimoreans, both young and old, through innovation with access to the internet, and we look forward to more and more opportunities to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President and Mayor Young. I would now like to introduce Azure Grimes from Libraries Without Borders.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I would first like to thank the laundromat owners and managers who were instrumental in making this Wash and Learn initiative happen, starting with John Courtner, the owner of the Erdman Avenue Plaza Sudsville and the Reisterstown Road Plaza Sudsville locations, John Pinnock and Thelma Washington, the owner and manager of Laundry City West, respectively, and last but certainly not least, Mossadegh Chukti and Ray David, the owner and manager of Hip Laundromat, respectively. Yes. They were kind enough to allow us to host this launch event at their laundromat. So thank you to these individuals for having faith in us and turning this idea into reality. So one more time for our laundromat owners and managers. One more time. Libraries Without Borders began this program in the Bronx and Detroit in 2015 in an effort to explore new ways that libraries can meet people where they are. So we tried many places, like bus stations and metro stops, corner stores, hospital waiting rooms, and even public parks. We found varied success, yet we still weren't reaching the amount of people that we hoped to. That was until we walked into a laundromat. One day, we brought a librarian, books, and a computer, and set up shop outside of a local laundromat, and we were amazed by the response. People would stop what they were doing and come talk to us. It started just as a curiosity. Of course, if you're coming to your weekly load and you see a librarian and a computer outside, you're gonna have a lot of questions. That curiosity quickly transformed into engagement. We saw kids take books and bring it back to their parents to read. We saw adults coming over to ask the librarians questions about local resources. And it was that day that we discovered what a unique role the laundromat could play. From that day forward, the Wash and Learn Initiative, or WaLi, has only grown. Library programs and services are now offered in over 8 states across the country. So what makes the WaLi program in Baltimore such a powerful effort is the intentionality behind every single decision we make to reach folks in laundromats. Through this partnership with the Enoch Pratt Free Library, the Robert W. Deutsch Foundation, the Media Democracy Fund, and the 3 laundromat owners, the Baltimore Wash and Learn Initiative is the largest and most localized effort yet. We worked with the Neighborhood Design Center to gather community input on how these laundromat patrons would like to see this laundromat space. We built and assembled the custom-made furniture from our micro studio in OpenWorks. Yes. So if you see a couple of us covered in bruises and blue paint, that's why. And we are currently collaborating with a local Baltimore-based consulting firm, Insider, to evaluate the impact of this initiative. So whether you were born and raised in Baltimore, or you were recently planted roots here, you know how special this city is. We are a city full of creative and inspiring folks from all sectors who are dedicated to cultivating a better Baltimore. In this 21st century world, it is vital to have the digital tools, skills, and experiences needed to develop yourselves and your community. So this coalition of anchor institutions, nonprofit organizations, philanthropic bodies, business owners, and community leaders are working to ensure that Baltimore does not fall behind the digital divide. The Baltimore Wash and Learn Initiative aims to bridge that gap, and I am thrilled to be a part of this innovative solution to a modern problem. So this is only the beginning. Thank you so much for attending, and thank you so much for being here today.
Okay, I'd now like to invite everyone to go to the back when you have a chance to meet and talk and observe our librarians who are conducting some digital training. You can play with the technology and see the Wash and Learn area.